I'm reading through all the lyrics, and you should never do this, and this is terrible.
And obviously, like, read loads of books about it and stuff.
A lot of cowboy hats have been thrown up on stage.
Please welcome legends in the game, Fall Out Boy! So nice to have you guys here. Pete, Patrick, and Andy from the band are joining us on GONZO right now with a brand new album on the way and a good old hangout session, long overdue hangout session. You know, this band is still going so strong, and this new album is just sounding incredible and actually maybe even arguably slightly timeless as well.
We wanted to just enjoy the experience. I don't know why I've been thinking, I think COVID, you know, broke everybody's brains and you're thinking about mortality and stuff, you know. Life is short. I enjoy making records. Let's go and make a record and like take a lot of time doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to go back to, you know, the idea of being in a room with each other and holding each other like creatively responsible. When you're face to face, it's like harder to hide in an email and be like, oh yeah, the lyrics are whatever. You know, like you actually have to address all the stuff, which was pretty cool.
This record is kind of very low tech in a lot of ways. It's really just us with instruments seeing what noises you can make. Like the last record, you know, when I'm playing around with all the things I can do in a computer, that's great, but like it misses the fact that, you know, we have grown so much that like I kind of wanted to just get that on tape, you know, like Andy's in like 10 bands at any given moment, you know, and like the places he's played and the ways he's played, like I want to hear that. I want to hear, you know, I want to hear that experience, and you're not going to get that if you're, you know, if you're kind of micromanaging it too much.
One of my favourites off the record, Hold Me Like a Grudge, the latest single that you guys have released.
Pete had given me all these lyrics, you know, kind of filling in gaps in the record. You know, there's a few spots here and there, and I was on the way to the studio, and I'm reading through all the lyrics, and I stumble on the beginnings of Hold Me Like a Grudge, and this is before I sit in the car and I read that, and I'm like thinking, and now I'm driving, and at every stoplight, and you should never do this, and this is terrible, but at every stoplight I look at my phone again for other lyrics, you know, because I'm writing a song, and by the time I got to the studio, I had the whole song, you know, because I was just so inspired by the lyric, and again, these were lyrics that were probably supposed to be, you know, used in other songs, and I was like, you gotta send me more.
Simple says, as simple does, and all this love cancels all this trust. 'Cause I know we've been wasting time away, pleasant dreams. You come to me, you take me to the floor without any defenses. I'm always gonna change your mind into the floor without any defenses. You're always gonna change my mind.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio, put your hands together for one of the most exciting bands around right now. We love these guys. Make some noise for Chappaqua Wrestling. Yes! Woo! The album is called Plus Ultra. Talk us through the title.
Well, it is. It's an old phrase used by navigators, I suppose it is. Which
Sailing term, yeah.
Yeah, it would be on like old maps. Well, on old maps, like back in the day when there was waters that weren't explored, it would say ne plus ultra, which in Latin translates as nothing lies beyond. So like, don't go there. And then plus ultra would be what people would say as a kind of opposition to that when they were going out on these big journeys, and they would say plus ultra, like what lies beyond, we're going to go to those waters that you don't know what it is. So apart from just being cool,
Also very clever.
very clever.
Oh God, I feel so inferior right now.
I know.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, read loads of books about it and stuff.
Am I right in saying that this, well, your music in general is just like, it's like a love child between the both of you, right? There's no
There's
like
that,
one
yeah.
front man or anything like that. You two are very highly collaborative.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's true.
we've been best mates since we were like 14, and writing since then. So, love child. Yeah, we keep hearing that.
Love child. Yeah, I mean, it sounds filthy.
It does sound filthy, and that's exactly where we've gone here on Gonzo, because we've actually created the human form of your love child. So I think we've got 2 pictures of you guys on the screen right now, and we're going to merge you together.
Sounds horrible.
And in my hands, here's the result.
Terrifying.
This is the
mate.
love child of
mate.
Charlie and Jake, everybody.
It looks like.
Plus Ultra, everybody.
This is plus ultra.
That should be the album artwork.
Yes, it should be the album artwork. Well,
Spent weeks.
yes.
God.
This is a funny looking vinyl. I've never seen anything like this before. So well done, your dad. Congratulations. Can we have a round of applause? Chappaqua Wrestling and dads, everybody! Oh, this is so brilliant. When you're recording live, sometimes you have to get a little bit creative, don't you? To really get the full, true, like proper live experience. Do you guys record anything in a slightly like weird, obscure place at all?
A toilet, which saw a lot of action.
Yeah.
Recording action.
Yeah, of course. Only that.
Steady now. Yeah, like there was a guitar amp in there at one point.
That's where the baby got made, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's was a big dirty
Poor
guitar
baby.
amp. Yeah, and then there was some vocal warm-ups that were in the toilet as well, definitely, because you're just trying to get some live energy, so you need to just shout a little bit.
For the 4-headed beast that is Inhaler, make some noise, Gonzo! Woo! Where in the world are you guys right now?
We're in the capital of the United States, Washington, D.C.
How is America these days? You've been running around touring at the moment, Josh?
Yeah, it's been great. We got to go to Texas for the first time, which was really interesting. A lot of cowboy hats have been thrown up on stage.
Josh, I like the album title, Cuts and Bruises. A little rough and ready, you know, perhaps suggesting that you guys have had a lot of fun whilst touring the first album and getting properly stuck in. Is that kind of a reflection of the journey that you went on to get to the second one?
Yeah, I guess so. It was, well, like the name itself was just kind of said in passing, and it's funny you say that because I think we were sitting down in the studio and Eli said it, but no one heard it. And then a few months later, he goes, "Oh yeah, what about Cuts and Bruises?" And we went,
Just checking you really don't want to.
we were like, "That's great." He was like, "Oh, we said it before and no one liked it."
Eli, you often misheard.
Yeah, all the time.
Who ends up being the loudest? Who ends up getting the final say in things then?
Usually our producer, Anne.
Why? Is that because you guys can't agree?
We usually pull straws out of hats.
Yeah.